This is Distance from Center. I'm Horton. That is
Trent Finlayson.
And last weekend we did not sit by and watch webcasts, but we were all watching the scores flow in from the first of the three last chance qualifiers for this year's Masters.
Yes.
Trent,
Exciting.
did I say it wrong?
It was exciting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, men's slalom was crazy,
Yes.
and like women's slalom, we'll cover that second. But I mean, we got some names in there that we didn't really expect.
Crazy exciting. And you know the format was different than you might expect. Also in that, you know, so this first qualifier, the top three placements go through, but they were not going to go to backup scores. They were going to go. You know, they were going to do runoffs, which even though there was 2 rounds, but so how did that pan out?
Well, first of all, let me say it completely surprised me. As I was watching, I was like, "Oh, I know how this is going to go. Wait, what's going to happen?"
Yeah.
And then, as you said, they went to runoffs, which was great. So between the first 2 rounds, men's slalom, Cole McCormick, JT, Asher, Advarco, and Pagozzi all ran 4 at 41. So before we go any further, that's a freaking high standard.
That's
right?
exactly
I mean, that's crazy.
that's exactly what I called a stack up at 4. But I wasn't expecting it to be a 5-way stack up. I was expecting it probably a 3-way stack up. But it's exactly where I thought it was going to be. So you had Nate he ran like 1 at 43, and then there was a 5-way stack up for second and third, all at 4.
And to be clear, only 2. I mean, so Nate's through. There's a total for 3 for the tournament. So that left this 5-way stack up
For 2
where
spots.
2 guys are going to get through.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So then the first runoff, Pagozzi runs 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
Cole McCormick is interesting. I didn't get this until somebody told me about it a day or 2 later. But apparently he packed his stuff up and was putting it in his car and leaving, and got the call, dude, you're in a runoff. So he ran down to the dock, and I can only assume he just wasn't ready.
Do you believe that?
He missed.
I don't believe that. Why would he have?
Okay.
No. I mean, I'm not. I shouldn't be doubting your sources, but why would he be leaving with a 4 when only one person had beaten him all weekend?
That's the story I was fed. If I'm naive for believing it, it's shame on me.
And maybe I'm just cynical.
You are cynical. All right, so Cole didn't run 39. Asher comes out and runs 2 at 41. JT runs 2 at 41. Advarco runs 2 at 41. By the way, huge weekend for Advarco so far, right? I mean, he's always there, but that 4 I think is got to be. I think it's a PB.
I think so. I think he's probably done it before, but it would tie it, I would guess.
All right, so that leaves us with a 3-way tie with Asher, JT, and Advarco. And that's, that means they got to go back out again. That's pretty awesome stuff. Yeah. I mean, to have been on site for that, some people got their bloods pumping. Yeah. So then third go round, JT gets 2, Asher gets 3.5, Advarco gets 1.5. So Advarco gets eliminated, JT and Asher go through. Which, and to deviate over to the other subject at hand, some would say they should have been qualified for Masters anyway, based on either the previous full season we had, or either or even the 19 season. I mean, any way you want to slice it.
Yeah, maybe we'll talk about that after. But I mean, I think really cool. Like again, and we've been saying this now since late last summer. Cole McCormick. I mean, it's just the consistency is awesome. If you remember, at the Swiss Pro a week ago or so, he was in a runoff for. What was that, for first or for second or?
No, yeah, it was. Remember, and it's my contention that he was inches away from.
Yeah.
Well, but let me back you up.
Yeah.
He almost won it because all those guys got 3s, and he almost hit 4-ball. Yeah. So if we scored slalom that way, he had the best round. He just didn't score better than the guys.
So anyway, back-to-back weekend. So yeah, I mean, it's it's for what it is. It was incredibly exciting. Right. Nate through, Travers through, and Asher through.
Asher, yeah, excellent. It was good stuff. The women. Regina did she need to qualify?
No.
first is Whitney, and kind of my read on Whitney's discipline level. I'm not surprised, but she is fresh off having a baby, so it's pretty awesome.
Way cool.
She ran a 3.5:39, and then the next two names, Chelsea Mills and Vanessa Veek. We've heard Chelsea. I mean, she's not new to the sport by any means, but we don't really think of her in the pro ranks perhaps. And to see these two move through to the Masters is kind of I think it's an underdog story. I think it's really cool in that way.
And then where was Manon?
She just had a bad weekend. She won at 39 and some other badness. Now she just didn't ski good.
Yeah,
she didn't ski well.
Yeah, because if you were gonna be wagering, you also obviously you were gonna think that it was you were gonna hope Whitney was back in form, and then you absolutely would have put Manon, and given the way last year ended, you probably would have put ski or die. Help me out.
Monavon.
Would have put Elizabeth Monavon on that list too. So,
Right.
Interesting. Like, Vanessa and Chelsea. Not surprising they ran 3. Just more surprising that someone didn't run more than that.
Right. Jamie Bull wasn't there. Minot skied bad. Monavon skied bad.
Poorly. I'll say
Poorly. I mean, yeah. And then, Allie Nicholson.
Yeah.
I mean, the girl is solid. Girl can ski. So these two older ladies kind of came in and took it. It's from one perspective, I think it's really cool. It's for these women personally, this has to be vindication of years of effort, a career highlight. I can't imagine how stoked they are.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, and then I think the other thing that caught people by surprise jumping over into 3 event is biggest jump of the weekend was Joel Poland.
That was absolutely
227.
Amazing. And what's crazy, I mean, I think people would have thought, okay, out of the first, the first event that he was going to qualify, he's going to go up to Corey's and Joel's going to get qualified in tricks. And he almost did. I think he got 4th, but not only did he qualify, like you said, he had the longest jump of the weekend, 227. And I mean, Freddie wasn't there. He had a family issue pop up. Ryan didn't need to be there. He's already qualified. But I mean, Pipe Mirandes, Rodrigo Mirandes, Taylor Garcia, and it was Joel Poland who banged out the biggest jump. So really, really, really cool. So and it was Joel qualified first, and then it was Pipe and Taylor.
No, Taylor and then Pipe.
Oh, well.
Taylor jumped 226 2 rounds in a row.
Okay. Yeah. So those are the 3
right. Which is amazing. And I don't have all the results on women's jump, but what did strike me is I think Regina had a 185.
I think so, yeah. 180
which
something.
somebody whispered in my ear recently that she's got a goal of going 200 this year.
Wow.
I mean, this woman she might be the greatest of all time, 3 event, bar none. I mean, maybe she's not going to break the trick record, but geez, she's amazing.
Insane. It's baffling. Yeah. So then I guess it just goes down to, again, like this is a really different, typically this kind of excitement comes out of the Masters last chance qualifier. And it's strange that there's 3 last chance ways to qualify. But I mean, we've already covered this, and if you don't like this format, then this weekend was, it's like, well, it's still kind of exciting. If you are a fan of this format, then this couldn't have been scripted better for you, especially men's jump and women's slalom.
Right. And that just to boil it all down, in the old format, the people that got into the Masters were the people that are traveling the world, skiing the most prestigious tournaments.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you're not familiar with the selection process, it was exactly that. It was based off the pro elite ranking list, and so consistency skiing at these high pressure events is how you qualified. You know, so this it's kind. I mean, I kind of get both arguments on this. People that love it, they're like, well, no, this is like, you know, it's dark horses can now get in, and if you know if that's what the Masters is supposed to be, then people would be really excited. It's this whole thing is, you know, pandemic inspired, and so they, you know, this is what they chose to do. And I mean, I get both sides of the coin, whether it's neat because some dark horses get in, or it's like, oh, you know what, you know, I'm already qualified. I'm like, you know, third in the world after the you know the 2019 season and blah blah blah. But we've done this one to death. So this is what they're doing, and exciting as heck. So, you know, there's two more opportunities for these guys to bang it around, and women's slalom is going to be interesting now, you know, because typically you're going to think like the more elite skiers were going to get in through the first round, and then they're, you know, going to be battling it out for the second and third tournament. So it'll be interesting to see what happens next weekend.
Right. I mean, one would presume that for somebody like Minot, it's going to be an easier path to get in next weekend. She just has to ski normal and she's in.
Yeah, but you said that I mean, I would have said the same thing. If Manon just goes and skis normal this weekend meaning, you know, the first qualifier, she was absolutely going to be in.
Right.
Interesting.
Well, it's going to be easier with the exception of I presume Jamie Bull will be at Drew's this weekend. So. But you know, it's Minot, Jamie Bull, and Allie. Those are my picks to get through this weekend.
Yeah, and then I mean, then always put Elizabeth in there somewhere. You know, like.
Oh, right.
So
well, yeah.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah. No. Yeah, for sure. Okay. All right, man. I'm gonna go ski. What are you gonna do?
Much of the same, and just, you know, obviously there's nowhere to watch this weekend, but you can follow live scores on that USA Water Ski live scoring website.
Yeah.
It'll be exciting. We'll be back with you next week.
All right. Thank you.